Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Coach Dillon. I'm here to deliver a message to you because I want to help you. I want to help you change your life. And that's exactly why I put this video together for you. Now, this is something that I want to share a little personal, so I hope that's okay. I'm going to peel back that curtain, and we're going to dive deep into who I am, my backstory, my experience in the health and fitness industry. I got a few stories in this video that you might love. But this video is all about me searching, trying to help people and trying to find a better way. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to try to figure out this same process now that I teach to all my clients to help them heal their gut, turn their body into a fat burning machine. And now what I do is I host free live trainings every single month to break down the strategies, the tactics, everything that I've used personally and everything that I've applied with all of my coaching clients. It's in this video. So this video right here, guys, I want to show you who I am, give you a little backstory into my life. Hope that's cool. You're going to love it. What this is a better way to teach people, to coach people. Let's dive in.
You guys probably don't know who I am. Some of you do. Some of you are current clients that are here today. Some of you are past clients. Some of you have no idea who I am. You just saw an ad on Facebook and you're like, hey, that's kind of interesting. And you're here. I appreciate you guys tremendously. I really do. So if you guys are okay, I want to introduce myself real quick. So my name's Dillon. Nice to meet you guys. Dillon Smith. I'm 32 years old. I was a four-sport athlete. I played sports ever since I was 5 years old. I was always hustling. I was privileged to meet so many amazing people through my athletic career. And amazing coaches as well have been coaching me. I've been in that environment. I've been molded by them. And it's just truly helped me in so many endeavors in my life. But I was never truly taught how to eat. I was never taught that. I was always active. I would play like 4 or 5 sports every single year. Basketball, baseball, football, soccer, track, so I did a lot. I was constantly moving. So I never had to worry about eating, or so I thought. And nobody ever taught me. The only thing I ever learned was you got to drink your protein shakes. You got to eat chicken and rice, right? Chicken and pasta. That's all I heard. So that's all I did. But it never really got me the change that I was eating, that I was leaning for, that I was really needing. Because truthfully, I probably was pre-diabetic in this state. And I'm going to get into that in a little bit. And this is the problem that so many people are facing. And it has to do with this one secret, healing the gut. And I'm going to show you how I did that. So there's a lot of things that I learned throughout my athletic career, but a lot of things that I just didn't know and just didn't know that I didn't know. You guys ever had something like that? You heard something where you're like, oh, that makes sense. I didn't know that. It makes sense. But nothing changes, right? You learn it, you feel motivated, but then nothing changes in a week or 2 weeks. You fall right back into the same position, the same pattern, right? That was me. That was me. Except for me, it was sugar. Sugar was my vice. And that's why I said I had no idea how to eat. And I just became so stuck on eating sugar. And well, that did some bad things to me. I was never able to gain weight. I thought my genetics were horrible. I used the excuse, it's my genetics, it's just who I am. I'm skinny. I'll never be like that. Like the picture you're seeing here was me in high school. This on the right was me in, I think it was like 5 years later, 6 years later, age 18, no, age 17, age 22, I think it was. So, and right now I'm 32. So that was 10 years ago as well. I'm bigger, guy, by the way, but that's a cool thing. But anyway, so I was focused on sugar, and that's why I was skinny. I was skinny fat, so to say, right? But then I got into bodybuilding. After soccer, after my college soccer career, I walked on, got a full ride scholarship, and these strength conditioning coaches really helped me understand how to move my body, how to train for performance, how to eat so I can have fuel so I can perform better on the field. That's where the concept food is fuel really started to ingrain inside me. But still, I had no idea what I was supposed to do. You guys ever go on social media and just find all these people just talking about, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to reduce your calories, right? You got to do all this. Well, that's where I was at. And it just left me frustrated, disconnected, just anxious because I wasn't doing the right things and I wasn't focusing on gut health. And it left me mentally unstable as well as physically broken because I wasn't fueling my body with fuel. So instead of all of that, instead of just focusing on eating for pleasure, we switch the frame here to food is fuel. And from there, I was able to start building some muscle. I was able to start transforming my body. This is my second bodybuilding show that you're seeing here, and I think I got third place, first in my class, second overall, actually, excuse me. And it was great. It was an awesome first step. I started to realize, hey, there's something about food is fuel. But then a few years later, I was stuck again because it's the same concept that we just talked about. It's you learn something, you consume something, but then you don't apply it or you don't change the thing that's really going to create sustainable success for you, and you fall right back into the swing of things. Addicted to sugar like I was, stuck, bloated, frustrated. You couldn't see it in this picture, but I had acne all over my skin. I had no idea why I kept getting acne. I thought it was just genetics. I thought it was just hormones, but it wasn't. It was the gut. And I'm going to get into that in a little bit. It's called the gut brain axis. And this is something that changes the game. And this is the reason why people can never get out of this dieting hamster wheel. And we're going to get into that here in a second. But once I figured this out, guys, I was able to jump back on stage after a few more years, get shredded again, and then maintain this. Well, truthfully, there's no such thing as maintaining, if we can be honest. You're just like everything in this universe. You're either growing or you're dying. We're never maintaining. There's no flat line. Like if you're flatlined, you're in a hospital bed and you're probably dead, right? We can never truly just maintain a line. So we always got to think about, okay, am I growing today or am I dying today, right? Am I gaining something or am I losing? Am I progressing or am I staying the same, staying stuck, staying average? I want you guys to progress. I want you guys to learn what I learned. That's why I did this. That's why I've devoted the past 15 years and spent close to, well, actually well over 150,000 in investment in myself, coaches, university study, all this stuff. I studied exercise science in university. So my biggest goal for you guys with this whole thing, I want you to know that there's no quick fix, okay? Don't be like me, looking for the quick fix on Instagram, social media, going from video to video, just hoping that somebody will come to save me. I had to learn, and maybe you're like this. Maybe you're like that too, hoping for somebody to save me. Maybe that's why you're here, hoping that I can save you. But I need you to know this. There's nobody that's going to save you. Only you can save yourself. But with the right information, the right tactics, the right strategy, you can save yourself. Just like I was able to save myself from literally being pre-diabetic. I was never tested or anything, but every time I ate, it was like Thanksgiving dinner. I was sleeping in a coma. All right, so that's precursor for bad things. We don't want to get to that way. We got to reverse the frame here. We got to flip the switch, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do. So we gotta know that you can do it, all right? But you gotta take responsibility. You gotta make sure that this is my mission. This is your mission. You were called here to be greater. It's called here for a purpose by God, all right? That's the mission. So I want to do some little exercise with you guys real quick before we really dive into this, all right? First thing, I want you to future pace yourself. I want you to think, okay, 12 months from now, future pace. Think about in the future. All right, you with me on this? Think about the future. Think about, okay, I achieved it. I did it. My goal, my health and fitness goal, whatever that may be for you specifically. I want you to feel it. I want you to see yourself doing it. Go ahead, close your eyes real quick. Take the next 30 seconds. We're going to do this. Close your eyes and think about it. Visualize, okay, I did it. I achieved that goal. What is it? Right? What is it for you? Is it I got shredded? I lost that belly fat. I just feel healthier, more alive, more rejuvenated. Maybe I'm able to run around with my kids again. Maybe I'm able to run around with my grandkids, right? Maybe you're thinking that. What is that goal? What do you want? Not just the superficial goal of losing weight, right? Because that's superficial. That's a physical goal. We can do that. We can do that very easily. All right, you could lose 50 pounds tonight. Just chop off a leg, all right? But that's not sustainable, is it? Right? No, it's not. We want to create sustainable weight loss, all right? But in order to change the outer man or woman, we need to change the inner man or woman. All right, that's what we're going to focus on. So I want you to hold on to that vision. I want you to think about, okay, who am I going to be? How does it feel? Put your senses in there. Taste, sight, touch, smell, all of it. All right, hold on to that vision throughout this because you're going to get there and I'm going to help you do it. All right, and when you stay till the end, guys, I'm going to give you a special gut health meal plan, a special gut health protocol, some recipes, and everything else. Okay. That's in the end. That's at the end of this, towards the end of the presentation. So make sure you stick around because I'm going to lay that out for you. All right. But I want to share some statistics with you real quick because this is something I didn't even know until recently. Did you know that there's a study that's found in 2024 found 75% of all Americans are considered overweight and obese? Did you know that? Did you know that the CDC found that roughly 40% of those people are severely obese, meaning they're very, very overweight and unhealthy and leading towards ending their life very soon? And that's what being obese does for you. I'm not here to criticize. Wait, I'm here to talk to your soul, talk to the inner you, because that's what's going to change. That's what was designed by God to create something beautiful in this place. You were designed for so much more than just going to work and just doing the daily societal things, right? We were born for so much more, but we can't do that if we're disconnected, overweight, obese, full of fear and anxiety. So I want to break those chains for you today. I want to break through this ceiling with you today. Okay, so I have a few paradigm shifts that have helped me transform my life and helped so many other people transform their life as well. And I want to share those with you. All right, that's part of this whole presentation. But before we get into that, I want to let you know what I did wrong. That way you can make sure you don't ever do that. All right, that sound fair? A couple things that I did that just kept me stuck. All right, like I've tried so many different fab diets, different tricks, hacks, secrets, so to say, right? Not the secrets that I'm sharing with you. That's just a label, but these are the truth, okay? Science-backed truth. And I studied 5 years of exercise science and nutrition to be a dietitian as well. And just everything that I've learned throughout the process, I realized almost before it was too late, truly, that there was a better way than feeling this way, feeling bloated, feeling anxious, feeling upset, frustrated. Like this was me. Like this was an epitome of me. Just you can see, like I'm bloated. I go to the gym every day, but I was still bloated. I was frustrated. I had no money. I was broke. Not just physically broke, but mentally and spiritually broke. I was disconnected. I was just so gassy, irritable. My mood was irritable as well. And maybe some of you are feeling that as well. Maybe that's the reason why you're here. And if that is, I want to break that for you. And that's my mission. That's what I set out to do. And from there, after college, I started work as a personal trainer. I went to a big box corporate gym as a personal trainer. And what I found was the typical stereotype personal trainer. Maybe you guys have heard of those. Maybe you guys have even done business or even tried to connect with somebody who is this way. You know, the typical stereotype personal trainer who is only there for the money. They doesn't care about their clients. They just want to collect the paycheck at the end. So they're just going to sell you on a program that doesn't really help you, that truthfully you have no business being in, and they don't actually get to know you and learn about you. That's what this corporate gym taught me. They just instilled this in us to do that. And I hated it. Like I hated it so much because it was so disconnecting between me and what I was born to do, what I felt called to do. I was there to help people. I love to help people. I literally had one of my leading trainers yell at one of our other trainers because they were making the client progress too fast. And it was at that point where I was like, dude, this isn't right. We're personal trainers. We're here to help people. We're coaches. We're not here just to barely move them along so we can collect a paycheck. That's horrible. Absolutely horrible. So I broke free from the corporate personal trainer lifestyle and I set out to create Muscle University. And that's where this is born, guys and girls. That's where this whole thing comes from. So I want to make sure that you understand the whole thing here is not every coach is just out for a paycheck. There's some here, like myself and like some others that I've met too, that actually care. Okay, learned how to be a personal trainer. That was the wrong way, so I broke out. I stepped forward on myself. I took all the information that I learned about nutrition, about mechanics of movement, about training, about the mindset, about gut health, about the human body. And I built Muscle University to actually help people change. And this was about 2020. Okay. But before that, like I was really stuck. Honestly, I was stuck. I was doing things that hard way. I was listening to a lot of these people that I learned from that corporate setting saying you got to do endless cardio, you got to diet, you got to reduce your calories, you got to spend so much money just to learn and all this other things. And I did that plus extra, right? I did a lot of that. I was eating sugar, I was eating junk, and it just left me like this, broken, disconnected. This is what I call broke Dillon. All right. Versus what you see today is muscle daddy Dillon. And we're going to get into that in a second. But broke Dillon was stuck with this, idea of knowing that in my heart I was born for something greater. I was born to change people's lives. And maybe you feel that way too. Maybe you feel like you're being called to change your life. So that way in the future, maybe you can change somebody else's life. Maybe you can save yourself to save somebody else. And I hope this presentation really opens that door for you to allow you to do that. Because everything that I'm teaching you today is what changed my life and is what changed so many others as well.